Today we're going to be making my favorite recipe. It is vegetable risotto. And the reason why I've chosen this particular recipe is that it really showcases the benefits of having a Kenwood cooking chef. This machine has a stirring tool, which means that you don't have to be slaving away in the kitchen stirring that risotto for what feels like hours. So let's get started. Just cutting up the shallots. Oh wow, strong. So I'm going to scrape it into a bowl with my Kenwood scraper, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the garlic and chili. Next, the lemon. Next part now is gonna cut this in half and juice it. The only other thing is just chopping some parsley. To get started, you're going to need the heat guard. So you simply just put it on like so and wait for the click. Further to that, you're going to need the splash guard, and I just slide it in like so into the two grooves. And now I'm going to use my stir assist, which goes into the second insert and then turn it clockwise. Now the final piece that you really need, the stir assist clip. This helps to ensure that everything around the sides still gets incorporated into the mix. Lock that in like so, and now we're good to start cooking. To get started, you're going to need to set your machine at 1 minute on min for stirring, and then you need to set it at 120 degrees for induction heating, and then press the round button to start. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and allow the machine to heat up. Next, we have to add the shallots, followed by the chopped chili and garlic. Now from here, we'll set it for 5 minutes, minimum stirring speed on 120 degrees, and then press start. And then yes. Now that the onions are browned and it smells delicious, by the way, I'm going to be adding 200 grams of arborio rice. Now I'm going to show you how to use the inbuilt scales of this amazing machine. Press the scale icon in the top right-hand corner, and now open the lid, set to 0. And now we want 200 grams of arborio rice. Now that my arborio rice is in, I now need to set it again for 5 minutes, with the speed being at 1 for stirring. And now I want the heat at 110 degrees. Press start. Now that's done, I'm going to add 500 mils of vegetable stock, and 100 mils of white wine. For the next part of this recipe, you need to set the time to 12 minutes. Stirring speed on 1, and the temperature at 105. And then start. The best thing about the Cooking Chef is that it does all the hard work for you, meaning I don't need to be slaving away over the stovetop for 25 minutes stirring risotto. I can enjoy the finer things of life, like a glass of wine, some Netflix, cheese, bickies, and then come back and dinner's almost done. We're so close. We just need to add a couple more ingredients to finish off this delicious recipe. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 40 grams of frozen peas, some freshly shaved Parmesan, juice of 1 lemon, just for that zesty kick. Now I'm gonna add some cream cheese, just to give it that really nice, light, creamy flavor. So I've got 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, and like that. To give it some greenness, I'm adding about 250 grams of baby spinach. It seems like a lot, but once it cooks down, it'll shrink and make it very nice and green, okay? Now, also, final touch for when you're doing this recipe, and it's so important, don't forget it, that is seasoning, salt and pepper. So add a generous sprinkle or pinch of sea salt and a good crack of pepper. We're so close now, so we just need to shut the lid, set the time for 7 minutes on stirring speed 1, and then have it on 105 degrees. Our risotto is done. We're ready to serve, and wow, it's so thick and creamy. Now we're just going to top it with some finishing touches, some fresh shaved Parmesan cheese, a little bit of parsley to bring some freshness, and just a little bit of lemon zest. This adds and lifts the dish, and there you have it, a great, quick weeknight dinner that only takes 20 minutes max. Enjoy it.